Hi guys, welcome back, and today I'm going to be making another video, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how to fix your GE Profile Quiet Power 4 that is not draining. And so the tools you're going to be needing for this is a socket wrench, a flathead screwdriver, or something that has an edge like a flathead screwdriver. And I forgot to add, guys, the bit size is 1/4. So let's begin. So the first thing you want to do is take out both of these racks. So the bottom one just slides out, so you can take that and put it somewhere. And the top one, you slide it out. And there's these clips at the end of the sliding bar. So what you want to do is take either your flathead screwdriver or your tool that has the edge shaped like the flathead screwdriver. You want to get in this edge, and you want to pry a little bit forward, and it just twist the front, and it should just pop right out. And the same thing with the other side. You just pry it out a little bit until it gets to this gap, and just twist it out. So after you have those two clips removed, all you do is just slide this out and put it towards the side, and you can just push these sliders in, and let's move on to the next step. So the next thing you want to do is take this lower dryer arm and twist it counterclockwise and pull it up while you're twisting counterclockwise. It should pop right out. So next you're gonna see this hub nut. So what you want to do is turn it counterclockwise, and it should come out and just pull up. So after you remove the hub nut or the hub block, whatever you want to call it, you want to remove this filter. So what you want to do is just lift it up, and it should just come right out. And so after you take this filter out, make sure it's like not dirty, and if it is, just clean it out in your sink. And after you clean your filter out, just set it aside for now. And what you want to do is take your socket wrench, and there's this screw up here that you want to take out, and this socket is a 1/4. Before you start unscrewing, put a plate on top of the hole so the bit doesn't fall inside of the hole. 1/4 bit, and you just want to loosen this until that comes off. It's okay if some water comes out. And after it's really loose, you can just use your hand and take it out. And this blade actually might fall, so you can just take that out. And it's fine if this gray thing falls out too, but we're gonna need that to save that. Don't lose it. And you also don't want to lose the screw, because this is the specific screw for this, so don't lose that either. And let's just move on to the next step. So next you want to take this this pipe out. So to remove this pipe, you just lift this clip a little bit up and just pull this pipe out, and be really careful. And when this pipe is out of that clip, just set it aside. And to remove this center hub, you want to just twist counterclockwise, and it should just screw right out, and also set that aside. And you just remove this cover. This just comes right out. You don't have to do anything for that. And you have to remove this gray filter. So what you want to do is grab it from the back side and the front side, and you want to squish it. And this is pretty difficult to take out. You could use the end of a fork, and you could just take it out. As you can see, I took this one out, and the way I took it out, if yours is not coming out easily, what I did was I squeezed it together, and I put my fingers on the back, and then I took the edge of this and I put it down, and I squeezed both of them, and I shook it, and you pull it up, and it came out. And after you take this out, you want to see that this is all clean. As you can see, it's a little bit dirty, so you want to clean that and but this one is pretty clean except for a couple of spots. And after you take your filter out, you have to take out this plastic piece. So you can just like pull it out, and you should wash this and make sure it's clean. So after you take that plastic mesh out, you want to check in this hole and make sure there's no like pieces or like or dirty stuff in there. And you should see that the water is filled halfway. And if you put your hand in there, and there's this tiny hole that you can put your finger into, and there's gonna be this rubber piece that is like a flap, and you should be able to feel that down here. And there's a hole down there. And to put it back together, you want to take the plastic mesh, just get it in place, make sure it's in place. And after you put your plastic mesh in, you want to get your filter, and you just want to put it down and make sure you hear that click and make sure it's in properly. You can take your cover for the filter and just put it like right onto it. Make sure it's nice and onto it. You want to get your pipe, and a trick to get it back in place is like slide it sideways, not completely straight. And what I like to do is get it in line with this clip. You want to push it in until you can see it's in the clip place, and you want to get this back piece aligned and make sure it's on there, and the top piece should just fit right into place, as you can see, like that. And make sure everything is nice and in place. And the next thing you want to do is get your spinner and make sure the gray piece is in there, and it should, if it came out, it should just go right like this, right in place, and put the screw in. And get your socket. And remember to cover the hole with the plate so the bit or the screw doesn't fall inside that hole. What I like to do is just first screw it in by hand. And when it gets a little bit more tough, I'll use a socket. And when it's fully tightened, you want to spin it. And make sure this is okay if it's a little wobbly, but you want to make sure this pipe is not moving, and that seems like it's not moving, so that's good. And put it back in place. Align this part. There's going to be a piece right here. You want to line that part with this and put it over the hole and just push it in, and it should be in place, as you can see. And you want to get this locking nut, and you want to spin it clockwise and make sure it's tight. Take your lower dryer arm and just spin it a little bit clockwise, and it should just be right in place. And as you can see, if I pull it, it's not going to come out. And to put the top shelf back in, you want to pull out these bars as far as they're going to go, and you want to just slide this this rack right into place. And when you got it in place, just push it back in place. And the next thing you want to do is pull these back out and make sure this is pushed all the way back in. Get your clips, and what you want to do is just align it back up and put the bottom part in first, so like this, and make sure it's sideways. And you want to get your tool again and just pry it forward a little and just push it back in, and it should snap right in place. The same thing with the other side. What you want to do is get your clip, put the bottom in first, and make sure that the thing is aligned, and just push it, and it should be snapped right in. You just slide the bottom shelf right in place. And if you guys like this video, please leave a like on this video, subscribe to my channel, and comment down below if this video helped you. Okay, bye.